Hey guys!
Hey y'all!
We are living our best life, okay?
All right.
We are in the ocean.
Good morning, friends. Hey, Star back again. I'm teaching myself how to run a mile. So we are here on this beautiful island called Fiesta Key. It's an RV resort. And if you're new to my channel, we have been following a whole food, plant-based diet now for the past 10 months. And so I am down over 20 pounds. I'm feeling great. And I'm teaching myself how to exercise and love it. Yesterday, I reached a milestone. I ran 0.61 without stopping. So I'm on my way up to running my first mile. And I will show you guys what I am doing to prepare my body for that. This is exercise over 40 years old. If you can relate, type amen in the comment section, okay? For many of us, exercise is one of the biggest challenges that we face. And so I know it took me a long time to get in the habit of exercise, and I'm not trying to break that habit just because this little island resort doesn't have a gym, okay? If you're just starting on your whole food plant-based journey, we have over 100 videos that we've done on eating whole food plant-based, following the Starch eating whole food plant-based, following the Starch solution protocol, because we documented our first 100 days vegan. So if you guys want to see some of those videos, I'll make sure I put the playlist up here of what I eat in a day and some different recipes, okay? If you're interested in that kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe and stick around. And now let's get to the stretching.
What makes you unstoppable? Redefine impossible. There'll be highs and there'll be lows. Quitting
So that should be
is
pretty
not
good. I'm
optional.
feeling pretty warmed up.
What makes you unstoppable?
Now let's go run.
Redefine
I almost forgot my napkin, okay guys? So whenever you're running outside, you need to have something to wipe your sweat, for one. Because for me, any hair products or anything that I have will get in my eyes. Got my watch set. Hello my friends. Hey. So I am back from my run and it was quite eventful for a couple reasons. I did reach my goal of running a mile. I wasn't even expecting to do it today, but I had a vision of where I wanted to end up, and I didn't quite end up there, and I'll tell you why in just one second. But when my incident happened, which I fell, so kind of skinned up my knee a little bit. Let's see if you guys can see that. I skinned up my knee a little bit, but I will live. But when I fell down, I looked at my watch from the ground and it said 1.06 miles. So I did make my mile. So anyway, I am so excited, you guys. I hit my goal today, and I think this was only like my 6th day of running out here in the Keys. And so I went from not running at all outside, not even being able to run outside because my legs itch so bad, to being able to run a whole mile without stopping. So I'm going to give you guys some tips on some things that you can do to go from basically being a person that doesn't run or even walk outside for exercise to a person that can run a mile, like I said, within 6 days of basically working up to it. So it wasn't really that hard at all. So my number one thing would be to like figure out what roadblocks you've been telling yourself and tell yourself a completely different story. When I run outside, my legs itch, and I have been telling myself this for years. As a matter of fact, since high school, I had told myself I can't run track anymore because when I run track outside, my legs itch instead of just pushing through. And so this is a story that I've been telling myself now, you guys, for about 26 years, okay? 27 years. I mean, since I was like 16 and I'm 43, okay? So definitely you have to tell yourself a different story. Tell yourself the story that you can do it instead of that you can't do it. And I just had a made up mind that I was going to exercise. We are here on this beautiful island. It looks like Paradise Island down here in the Florida Keys, and it's beautiful. They have all the amenities that Gabe loves, but the thing that they do not have is a gym. And I wasn't going to let that keep me from coming here. So I said, okay, I'm going to have to figure out a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So number one is just make up your mind to quit telling yourself the same old story that you were telling yourself. I think my second tip would be to, if you have any ailments. So like my ailment was the itching legs. So I decided to get some Benadryl. So that was the way I was overcoming that. Your ailment might be your knee hurts. You might need a knee brace or a foot brace or some kind of brace or whatever. You might need a better bra. I mean, I don't know what it is that you're telling yourself, whatever reason it is. But whatever reason it is, instead of giving yourself all the reasons why you can't do it, give yourself the reason why you can do it. So if it's new shoes, a better bra, a better whatever, get it and let's move on, okay? And number 3 would be that if this is my personal exercise time. So, you know, I know everybody loves to do stuff with the family. I love to go on walks with my husband. I love to go on walks with my family. But when I'm trying to get my exercise in, it's all about me and the exercise. And I think that's one of the biggest problems that I've made before, is just trying to make it about everybody else. But really, our health is our own personal responsibility. We've got to take personal responsibility for our health and making sure that we get what we need for ourselves so that we can be our best self, so that we can help other people be their best. Because I know for me, that's one thing I used to always do, is try to make going to the track about everybody else. And I would always feel like I never got a good workout because I was trying to push Gabriel on his adaptive bicycle and trying to take my friends, and if we're talking and walking, you know, which is fun, but I never felt like my heart rate got high enough, or, you know, I wasn't working up a sweat. And so now I actually feel like when I do this and make it all about my exercise, and that's the purpose I'm going out there for, not to socialize or whatever, then I feel like I'm getting what I need. And so I think that's really, really key. And that's what we're here for, you guys. You got to get what you need so that you can start your day off and feel your very, very best, okay? A couple other little things that help me to be able to do this in just 6 days is, of course, I was already exercising. I was already doing 5 miles on the elliptical machine, but FYI, the elliptical is way different than running outside or walking outside or anything, or even doing the treadmill. I found that out the hard way because I had thought I was really doing something, and then when I got on the treadmill, I was like, oh my gosh, you know. So it's a whole different workout. It's working totally different muscles. It's working muscles in a different way. I don't know if it's working totally different muscles, but it's working your muscles in a different way. And for me, I have been doing the elliptical machine for like 5 years. So I'm good at the elliptical machine. But honey, that walking and running and treadmill put it on me, okay? What I would say was give yourself permission to take your time to build up your endurance, okay? And speaking of endurance, my next tip would be to focus on just your endurance and not your speed, okay? I'm not focusing on speed or anything. I am focusing only on the fact that I can keep my body in a run mode, which is, even if it's the slowest run ever, I'm running for 1 mile, okay? And y'all know what a run is, okay? It's a faster than a speed walk when you got a little hop in it, okay? A little bounce in it. That's a run. And so I'm running a mile, okay, and not walking. Give yourself permission to take it in increments. So the first day I went as far as I could, which wasn't very far. Okay, I think I might have got halfway up the block. The second day I got a little way up the block and across the street. And then the third day I got a little way up the block across the street and around the bend. The fourth day, I got a little way up the block, across the street, around the bend, and all the way down the sidewalk. And then I started to calculate, and I started to see myself, if I made it around the bend, down the sidewalk, and around the other bend, that would be a half a mile. So then I thought I was going to go a half a mile, but I ended up going 0.61 yesterday. And then today, I went down the street, around the bend, down the other bend, around the other bend, down, you know, you guys get what I'm saying. And I was able to go around it 2 times, and I was able to do a mile, 1.06, before I fell. Okay, so anyway, it's beautiful here, so who wouldn't want to be out with this view all around? But no matter what, I can take these principles back home to our subdivision without the water view and be able to still get my run on. And I feel so free now, because I know now, no matter where we go at, I don't have to be tied to indoors on an inside machine. I can always have the freedom and flexibility of running outside. So I'm so excited that I have taught myself this skill, and this is just the beginning, guys. I mean, literally, this is just day 6 of me running my mile, but I feel very accomplished, because I had 2 goals when I came here to the Florida Keys for this 30-day little reset that we're doing here. You know, 30 days here just to kind of reset and renew. And one of my goals was to be able to teach myself, of course, how to run a mile, which I've done, check. And then the next goal was to be able to get better sleeping habits, which I think I've done that already too. So within the first 10-12 days of being here, I'm going to bed by 12, getting up by 8:30, which is way different, because before I left Jacksonville, I was going to bed at 8:30 in the mornings, even sometimes 4, 5, 6 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and getting up at 4 or 5 in the evening. So I'm so thankful that we're just creating some better habits as we, you know, have some great goals and things that we want to do this year, and we need to be up during the day. Okay, so anyway, I hope these tips helped you. I hope you guys can focus on them and focus on just being your best self and teaching yourself something, teaching yourself to do something that you've never done before. Step out of your comfort zone. And there's never ever a better time to start than now. And yes, I'm so excited. 43 years old, just ran a mile, y'all. Check. So excited, you guys. So hope and pray you guys are doing great out there. And thanks so much for following us on our journey. If you like these type of videos, be sure to like and subscribe. We're all about having a healthy lifestyle. You guys know we're still eating our whole food plant-based diet, enjoying how we're eating, but I love having and adding the exercise in. I want every part of my life to line up with healthy. Okay, so I really want to focus on exercise. I want to focus on just being my very best self, and to me that includes being able to exercise. So anyway, hope you guys are doing great. I'm looking sweaty because we're out here in these keys, but I'm getting ready for a conference call with all of our teachers for our school in about 6 minutes on the Zoom. So yep, but thank you guys for being with me, supporting me, cheering me on. And 1 mile done, and now let's head to be able to do 2 miles. Okay, so stay tuned and I'll keep you guys posted.